Right, so recently, like a day or two ago, something came up in my mind which scared me a lot, but in an odd way also freed some of the weight that I felt was on my shoulders from the past events, from the breakup, from I don't know, some overall confusion in my life, some overall just tendency to only see the negative aspects and to not be able to enjoy the beauty. Think about it. Chances are that we are not gonna reach 25. If you're 18 right now, like I am, there is a chance out there that you will not reach 25. And I'm saying that because, I mean, I don't want to sound like a crazy person, but think of the entirety of the world at the moment, like the entire world situation. There's wars everywhere. Everybody's like threatening each other with nuclear weapons. The Russians are threatening the rest of the West. Like we're gonna nuke this and this and this. What do you think is gonna happen? Like once they nuke something, I'm no military strategist, but just think about it. If they're gonna nuke a place, then the others are gonna retaliate, and it's gonna go and go, and it's gonna like really, it's gonna get out of control, and perhaps the world will be finished. And I mean, what are the chances that we will be like part of those 1% of the survivors, that keep the human race going, and we bear through the struggles, and yeah, whatever. Your average post-apocalyptic movie. That's a 1% chance. You're probably gonna die. I'm probably gonna die. All the people that you know are probably gonna die, right? And it's so fucking terrifying. Think about it. It's happening all around us. War is raging all around us. And it's so easy to just go a little bit too far. Just a tiny bit too far. And the entire world goes to shit. The entire world goes to crap. And that's it. That's been your life. You know, more or less, I think this is what our parents and the other people with their generation that this is what they had to deal with. The Cold War, the Russians are at the doorstep, the Americans are at the doorstep. They're threatening each other with nukes. Like they're genuinely like telling each other, if you don't back off, if you don't do this or that, if you don't meet these requirements, we are gonna nuke you. We're literally going to blow you to hell. We're gonna melt you. And everyone you know and everything you love. We are willing to destroy the entirety of this earth, to just wipe any single remnants of humanity from it, just because we have some stronger ideals and we are willing to defend them. Like ideals that it's something that you cannot even hold in your hand. It's not something that you can materialize. It's simply in your mind. It's in the minds of millions of people. And it's so easy to just go full in on that, locked and loaded, and just destroy the entirety of this world. Right? Why am I going on this rant? Well, it's because if if there's a chance out there, like a pretty big chance as well. I mean, the Russian leaders like threatening the West with nukes. Right now I'm in Romania. I'm literally at the border with Ukraine. I'm It's weird to think about it, right? And there's a there's a chance out there that I'm not going to reach 25, and the rest of the people in my country and in the neighboring countries and probably in the entirety of the world will not reach 25. There is a chance. And so why are we holding ourselves back with so many things? Why are we so upset by what that random guy told us yesterday? Why are we so upset about something that some dude months and maybe even years ago said? That honestly, if we were to really analyze, it doesn't really mean that much. Something that was just kind of a stupid remark or just a bad gesture from somebody. Why are we getting hung up on all these little things and plus all the others, right? Why are we getting hung up on some things that just don't matter? Like, that just don't fucking matter. Why am I hung up on this girl when I know that I have less than 7 years left to live? Less than 7 years. If the chance will be there, and if the chance does take, like, form, then I have less than 7 years to live. And so does everyone else. I don't want to sound crazy again, but this is just my honest thought. This is what really scared me. It's so easy that the entirety of this world goes to shit. It's so easy. And we don't really appreciate just how easy it is and just how close it is. So how about we try to pay less attention to all of these stupid things, man. Like, in the end, they happened. God knows they happened. But it's in the past. Life is moving on. We cannot be hung up on these things. Like, bro, if you're gonna have 7 years left to live, god damn. Well, you better make those years worth it. And another thought that really messed with my head was that this is not fair, right? It's not fair. Why did all the other generations before us, get to live to, like, an older age, and they didn't have, like, this thread on their shoulders that they had to deal with? This constant fear that they're gonna be melted and the entirety of humanity is gonna be swept away. It's not fair, but fuck, man. It's never been fair. Whether it was this, whether it was, like, getting polio or getting some other disease 200 years ago that we didn't have a vaccine for, and you would die at, like, 9 years old or get paralyzed with some horrible handicaps for the rest of your life. Come on, man. I guess this is just one of those hardships that we have to face in our time. It's scary, and I'm not ready to face death. But I'm not ready to feel like I've wasted 7 years just hung up on little things, hung up on things that just don't really matter that much. You know what? At least I will use this thought that I had. Whether, I don't know if it means a lot to you, but to me, it really helped to lift some weight off my shoulders. Because what's the point in being hung up on these things? What's the point, man? Like, I'm gonna die in 7 years. I'm not gonna reach. There's a chance that I'm not gonna reach 50. There's a chance that I'm not gonna reach even, like, anything over that, if provide, like, a nuclear war doesn't happen. Like, there's still a chance that I'm not gonna reach 50 because the world is going to shit. Everything is going to shit slowly but surely. And there's not enough good being done in the world. And unless we know we can unite our forces in a way or another and help make the world a better place, this is the path we're going down on. And so how about we do our best in the present moment and we stop caring about these things. We stop caring about all those chips on our shoulders that kept us back for such a long time. It's scary to think about it, and sometimes I really don't want to even, like, let the thought in my mind. I'd rather just keep it outside and forget about it and just keep moving on blissfully, but sometimes I guess we have to think about this. Life is actually short. It genuinely is short. And that's a scary thought. So what's the point in giving so much control to events and other people who probably, don't really deserve anything from us? Apart from a little bit of the respect and recognition that it happened and it is what it is, there's not much else these people deserve, or some other events in the past deserve. They happened. You interacted with this person, things went wrong. some other bad luck happened to you, and now you're in this situation. It happened, man. You recognize what happened, you accept it, and you move forward. You enjoy the rest of your life. You put in the work, you put in the effort to make this time that you have left worthwhile. I watched, it was like, I don't know, a short animated, it wasn't animated, it was like acted video, right? It was like a little short movie done on YouTube. It was a long time ago that I watched this, but I still remember it for some reason. It went like this. There was probably in the United States, there was a meteor or an asteroid or whatever, like a huge chunk of rock that was coming towards the earth, and it was like gonna destroy everything. And there was this family with two kids, right? Like a teenager and a younger girl. And the teenager was this guy who was still a virgin, right? And he set out, they had like less than a day or something until the asteroid or the comet or whatever it was would hit the earth and like just blow everything up. And it was like it was certain death. And this guy, they had like 1 day left, and it was inevitable, right? And this kid is like, well, I don't want to die a virgin, and he tries to go out there and he tries to meet a girl or whatever, and proceed. But he doesn't meet anybody. And whenever he actually manages to get to a certain place, like nothing happens. And he keeps like doing that. He keeps wasting the last day of his life like that, with stupid mistakes and failures, right? And stupid problems. And I think at the end of the day or something, or yeah, at the end of the day, he finds a girl and he manages to kiss the girl. But I think one of the last shots of the movie was with his family, with his parents and their young daughter, just sitting alone at home without their teenage son. Bro, this dude, he rather thought, you know what, I'm gonna waste an entire day, the last day of my life, trying to get something, that in the end at this point doesn't really matter all that much. Just forget about it, right? And he doesn't spend any time with his loved ones. He doesn't cherish the seconds that he has left with his loved ones. And that's how the movie ends. It's like it's simple yet weird idea to think about. What if these 7 years or whatever, how many years it'll be? Perhaps it'll be tomorrow. Perhaps it'll be in a fucking week. Let's cherish this time that we have left. And let's not do what that guy did on his last day. Let's not do that. Let's just live in peace, live with gratitude, and do the best that we can in our lives. That this doesn't mean go out there, get yourself drunk and get yourself drugged every day and yada yada yada, right? I'm still telling you, work on your goals, do what you have to do, because there's still a chance, and I'm really rooting for it. I'm really really rooting for it that nuclear war doesn't happen, that nothing wipes out life on Earth, and now we keep moving forward and we have a full life. We have like 100 years of life, right? That would be best case scenario. I'm still rooting for it, and there's a big chance that that will happen as well. But there's a slight chance that it might not. So how about we consider that slight chance as well? We just don't take our entire lives for granted, and we enjoy the moments that we have on Earth with our loved ones, with the people that we care about, while doing things that are truly important to us, like things that truly bring us purpose, meaning, that make us love life. That's all I had to say, man. I hope I didn't waste your time. I hope you got something valuable out of this. I'll see you next time. Have a nice evening or whatever it is right now. See ya.